Listen, Linda, listen. I have plans for 2024, and not gonna lie, it's pretty ambitious. Welcome to Day Does, a channel where I draw and talk about fandom/storytelling things, such as anime, mangas, webcomics, movies, TV shows, and even books. You know, fun nerd stuff. First video of the year, y'all. Honestly, the first video was supposed to be the Let's Play review video, but that sheet is taking far longer to edit than I thought. So in the meantime, have this, my 2024 project planner. As you may or may not know me, I love working on stories, and while I worked on many, there are a few that have been actually completed. So for this year, I want to make some progress. I'm one of those people that just tends to have 5 different ideas floating in my mind, and in order for me to accomplish any of them, I have to really focus on like 1 or 2. So I am doing just that. But first, a word from our sponsor, Day Does, aka yours truly. I made a website. This is going to be my one-stop shop where you can check out anything and everything that I'm up to. Read my comics, webcomics, manga chapters, read my fan fictions of different fandoms and original books, as well as watch some videos that I make and my artwork in better detail. I'll even post the latest updates going on with me and my projects, just so you guys are aware of what's going on and just like the latest, news. So definitely check it out. Give me your opinions. I'm definitely going to be sprucing this place up and organizing it even more, and just basically make it a place where, you definitely feel the Day Does brand. So thank you for your time, everyone. Now back to the video. So for 2024, I will be working on Projects 1, Dante's Ama, and Projects 2, Bittersweet Nightshade. If you're familiar with my works, then you've definitely heard of both of these titles. Starting strong, Project 1, Dante's Ama is a psychological thriller, dark romance, animatic series that will be published here on YouTube first, my website second. It follows the story of Ama, who is on the hunt for her mother's killer, but instead caught the attentions of Dante, an unrelated serial killer who wants to be in Ama's life by any means necessary. Will Ama get justice? Will Dante succeed in seducing Ama? Can he even remain around her long enough without his true identity being exposed? Or will Dante's interference cost Ama everything, including the lives of her remaining family? Forced relationships, fake dating, obsession, stalkers, blood, crime, mystery, violence, mild nudity, and mature themes, just to start with. We can thank Melanie Martinez's tag You're It for inspiration, because now I just really want to see this thing through to the end. As a result, here is the Project 1 Dante's Ama schedule for 2024. My current goal for this project is to finish Season 1 subtitled and Season 1 of the webcomic. That's right, you heard me. I will be making a webcomic alongside this animatic. Why? I couldn't tell you. I just started drawing panels and then all of a sudden I had like episode 1 sketched out. So it's happening. It's happening, guys. Is it a little bit more work for me? Absolutely it is. Will you guys get a little bit of extra content? Absolutely you will. But it is what it is. Those are my 2 goals. Finish Season 1 sub and the first season of the webcomic as well. My secondary goal for this project is to have Season 1 dubbed. Oh, that's right. You heard me. I actually want this entire animatic series to have voice actors. Yes. Why? Because it just makes it a little more interesting and just makes the project feel a little bit extra special. And I know it's going to be like a whole other thing, but it's honestly something that I'm willing to invest in. So there you go. I'm going to have Season 1 dubbed by the end of this year. All right, now there are 4 checkpoints that are going to happen throughout the year that I'm going to try to see if I have finished any of the goals that I have for those checkpoints that will make the progress for my current goal and secondary goal easier to maintain. So first checkpoint will be on March 20th, and my current goals for that checkpoint is to have sub-episodes 4, 5, and 6 finished, comic episodes 1 through 10 finished, save at least $800 for Dante's Ama episodes 1, 2, and 3 dub. Yes, guys, I actually do want to pay the voice actors that will be voicing my characters. Why? Because they deserve it, honestly. I do like to give credit where credit is due, and I also like to compensate people for their hard work. So it only makes sense. I don't know what the actual going rate for voice actors is, so I'm hoping that this will do for now. So hopefully we start off a little bit with 800 and that it will be enough for episodes 1, 2, and 3. And my fourth goal for the first checkpoint is also going to start looking for voice actors. So not only do I want to save about $800 for episodes 1, 2, and 3 to be dubbed, I'm also going to start looking for voice actors for Dante and Ama. I don't know how it will be with all the other secondary characters, but mainly I do at least want to have Dante and Ama's voice actors found. So wish me luck for checkpoint 1 because there is a lot to be done and there is nowhere to go but up. Checkpoint number 2 is going to begin June 15th, and the goals that I want for this checkpoint is to have the sub episodes 7, 8, and 9 finished, comic episodes 11 through 20 finished, and the dub episodes, that's right, the dub episodes 1, 2, and 3 finished. God, I'm really hoping we make it that far. Alrighty, checkpoint number 3 is going to be September the 19th. The goals for that checkpoint, I definitely want to have sub season 1 finished, just so we can get that out of the way. The comic season 1 finished as well, so we can get that out of the way. And have the dub episodes 4, 5, and 6 finished. You know, that way we have some progress. I also want to be able to calculate how much I have left to finish or need to finish the season 1 dub, because again, I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, and there is going to be lots of talking as the story progresses, and I definitely want to make sure that the voice actors are fairly compensated with whatever I manage to scrape together. Hopefully I managed to get some funds saved up by then. Also, last goal for the third checkpoint is going to be to outline season 2. I definitely want to have season 2, like, you know, the majority of it written, because I know how the story starts and I know how the story ends, and I kind of know the important stuff that happens in the middle, but there's just a couple of other stuff that I definitely want to flesh out. So outlining season 2 will be very crucial in checkpoint number 3. And last but not least, checkpoint number 4 will be December the 23rd. That way I can get all of that stuff out of the way before Christmas. And my goals for this particular checkpoint is to have dub season 1 finished. I know it's a bit of a hefty ask, but that is something that I definitely want to accomplish in my checkpoint number 4. Also, to have season 2 outline completely finished so that we know where the story is going. To also have the sub episodes for season 2, 1, 2, and 3 outlined, just so I can, you know, make my life easier. And to also finally announce season 2's release date, which will begin in 2025. And literally just thinking about that gives me such a head rush, because I can't believe I'm already planning for stuff for the next coming year when we only just started 2024. But anyways, as you can see, I am very determined to make some headway here. So if you want to stick around for my progress video, which will happen in July, just to see where I am, then definitely feel free to do so. We can even make a game of it. 20 bucks says I make it through my scheduled itinerary. So if I lose, I lose. But if I make it through my itinerary, then you sparkling individuals stand to benefit $20, just because, you know, let's spread the win everywhere. Next up will be project number 2, the Bittersweet Nightshade manga. That's right, you heard me, manga. I will be turning my urban fantasy supernatural adventure Bittersweet Nightshade into a black and white manga. I will say Bittersweet Nightshade has been through many mediums in the past, mainly a book and a webcomic, which is why I give major props to Sarah, my bestie, my co-author of this project, because her patience to see this project through to its physical completion is astounding. Seriously, girly, you are the best, and the year of Sarah is nigh upon us. For anyone new to Bittersweet Nightshade, we start off with Demir and Sunny, skilled vampire slayers with a clear understanding of their roles, eliminating supernatural threats while keeping civilians in the dark. However, Demir's desire for a normal life leads to a mission gone awry where the girls are kidnapped, and that the girls' true identities are the catalyst that may throw the whole realm into chaos and war. Think Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Hellsing meets Vampire Diaries, set in the early 2010s. Add blood, conspiracies, action, fashion, and maybe romance, and you've got yourself a very fun time. Which brings me to the 2024 schedule of Bittersweet Nightshade. My current goal for this project is going to be to finish the big mission arc, which I believe will encompass like 2 volumes. And I say that because finishing the entire story I feel might be a bit of a doozy. I mean, I could be wrong. I could probably finish this story in a year, but because it'll be just me mainly doing a lot of the art, a lot of the editing, a lot of the everything, I'm just gonna pace myself and give myself a bit of a reasonable timeline. So these are my expectations for what I want to accomplish for 2024. The first checkpoint will be in March 20th, and I definitely want to have the first cover illustration done, as well as the first 6 chapters of the manga done. The second checkpoint will be June 15th. I want to have the second cover illustration done, chapters 7 through 11 definitely done, volume 1 complete. I think the first volume is going to be, what, 12, 10? As a result of having the first 11 chapters complete, I think it will be enough to create the first volume, which means I will definitely have the first volume done. Now, my fourth goal for the second checkpoint will definitely be to try to see if I can look for a publisher to have this manga printed, because hello, why wouldn't I want it printed? I know it's going to be a bit of a challenge looking for like the right place to publish it, but hopefully I find something and just make the experience of Bittersweet Nightshade a little more exciting. Now, checkpoint number 3 will be September the 19th, and my goals for this particular checkpoint is to have a third cover illustration done, to have chapters 12 through 16 done, have a sample of the volume 1 manga ready so I can know what it'll look like when it's finally printed, which means I will hopefully have already found a publisher to publish the first volume, and in this way make some progress. And as an aside for this third checkpoint, I would also like to have 2 extra prints done, which basically means more illustrations, and I always think it's kind of fun because ideally I would like to eventually make an art book for Bittersweet Nightshade, and I have one for like Black Butler, and it is one of my most prized possessions, so why wouldn't I want to do that with my own stuff? And finally, checkpoint number 4 will be also on December the 23rd, will be to have chapters 17 through 21 done, have the first volume already published, and have the second volume ready to be published, which I know might be a bit of a heavy ask, but if I can get volume 1 done, then I can definitely get volume 2 done as well. I would also like to have 2 extra prints done for volume 2 and also go on break after part 1 because I deserve it. And that is all I want to focus on this year. To also break up the monotony, I will be adding one minor project that I can work on without a schedule, but also have like a goal with it in mind, just so I can, you know, do something in between my Dante's Ama project and my Bittersweet Nightshade manga. And the mini minor project that I have in mind, a fanfiction, a Black Butler fanfiction to be precise. You can read it on my website or on fanfiction.net. I will post it on AO3 when I finish the edit to part 1. Basically, Through the Looking Glass is rated mature and follows Hero Sanders, your average self-proclaimed detective extraordinaire, until Black Butler. Then one thing led to an oven, and suddenly she's in their world. Literally, between being American and suddenly discovering she's a demon mate, Hero's going to have her hands full assisting the Queen's watchdog, figuring out how to get home, and not mess up the storyline in the process. Part 1 is completed with 28 chapters and it has a word count of about 381,000. So if you like reading Lord of the Rings sized books, have at it. I also have a Patreon specifically for my writing, so if you want to support my journey to finish this damn fanfiction and other written works, hop on over to my Patreon for updates, sneak peeks, and early releases. And that is pretty much all for this video, everyone. Let's see where I land on the update video in July. Don't forget to subscribe if you're feeling my content, and flip over to my other videos in my channel and just get to watching. Any and all support honestly just means the world to me. Check out my daydoes.com website where I will be posting the latest episodes and chapters of Bittersweet Nightshade the manga and Dante's Ama's webcomic first before anywhere else. Until next time, y'all. Cheers.